Hi guys, welcome back to the Sicilian Revival. My name is Chris, aka Big Will, and today we have two tough away games against Hellas Verona and Spal. Since you were last with us, we're still sat in third place, but we remain unbeaten. We've had a very strong start to the campaign, and since you were with us for the games against Modena and Como, we won 1-0 at home against Ascoli, a 1-0 draw away against Bologna, somewhat a fortunate result, I must admit, a 3-1 win at home against Vicenza, and from our point of view, slightly more unlucky, a 1-0 draw away against Salento. It would appear that winning at home is the order of the day, but we do seem to like drawing away from home at the moment. Three 1-0 draws in a row away from home. Hopefully, we can convert a couple of those into wins in our next two games. They are going to be tough games, though. Hellas Verona and Spal not too far behind us. Spal have just dropped off a little bit. Hellas Verona sat in sixth place at the moment, 5 points behind us, and Spal just a further point behind. So it's all very close, but we do have a little bit of a gap opening up between Reggiana Barry and ourselves to the chasing pack. And hopefully, if other results go our way, we can extend that gap a little bit further. So, going into this game at Hellas Verona, I am hopeful that we can get a result. But again, as I've just said, away from home, we are a little bit hit and miss at the moment. And I'm not entirely sure which way it's going to go. We've looked pretty good at times, but at the same time, lack we just seem to lack that little something. But this formation certainly is working for us, and we are proving to be extremely tough to beat. And hopefully that will continue today, because like I say, 10 games unbeaten. It's a very good start to the season, a very good unbeaten run. Let's see how we get on today. Not too much in the way of rotation in terms of the starting lineup either. We continue with pretty much our usual starting 11 and full strength squad. So let's get into it, and hopefully, like I say, 3 points could be the order of the day. It would be nice to get 3 points away from home. We have struggled a little bit more um, within the performances, if truth be told, away from home as well. The draw against Bologna, we thoroughly deserved to get beat, if truth be told. We did very well to get a point out of the game, and yeah, it's just a case of the old smash and grab style, and that is a really good header there from Colli Seiko at the far post. It was a lovely delivery in. I'm not too sure who actually put the corner in. It was Valley Rahman. Really, really good delivery to that far post, and Colli Seiko heading it back across goal, and no other defender or the keeper could actually get a touch on it. So we take the lead here, somewhat deservedly. I mean, one thing that we aren't doing very well, I must admit, in this setup is having possession. We do concede a lot of possession, but when we do have it, we do seem to create plenty of chances. Emerick Franchese, unfortunately, has picked up an injury here. I'm hopeful it won't be too serious. It's a potential groin injury, so Paulo Reina will come on for him here just at the end of the first half, and obviously he will have the full second half to try and settle in to the match. Um, so far, so good. If truth be told, they are one of our local rivals, Hellas Verona. So if we can continue doing what we're doing, hopefully we will come away with the 3 points. Reggiana currently 0-0 away from home. Spezia, uh, the team in behind us in the league at the moment. They are winning by 2 goals to 0. Here is DiPardo moving down this right hand side, chance to get the ball into the penalty area. We keep him held off momentarily. Arena into Yanateki, and in the end, we didn't close him down at all. It's his first goal of the season, and Verona find themselves level. A little bit disappointing from our point of view. We have played quite well so far, but we certainly switched off in that particular moment. Just trying to find Barry. So Barry are currently level at 1-1 against Bologna. So the there's teams dropping points, and obviously it is still early in the season, so there is plenty of opportunity going into the second part of the campaign as well. Reina to Higo, that's a lovely delivery. Valley Rahman's at the far post, and Valley Rahman scores his fifth goal of the season. He's currently our top goal scorer, and he's certainly been the surprise package, it would appear. He seems to have really settled in on that right hand side, and he is scoring plenty of goals for us. We are struggling with one or two players fitness-wise at the moment. It was we are going to have to make some changes. Higo with a lovely delivery, and again, being in that playmaker role, Higo looking very, very assured in terms of creating goal-scoring opportunities. So we have paused there. We've got a few players on yellow cards as well, which is a bit unfortunate. And I think, to be honest, we will take them off. We have already made one substitution, though, haven't we? And it has come at the back as well. We'll get Donati on for Kumbedi. Sacco is on a yellow card, and he's struggling a little bit for fitness. So we'll get Bettini on for him. Thiago Schmidt is struggling, so we'll probably bring Uberti on for him. And Burdick is also struggling. So we'll get Capecchi on for him as well. And that'll be all of our changes. So it's a bit of a risk. We're leaving Verratti on, but hopefully he can stay secure at the back. The substitutions actually haven't taken place as of yet. And Zanoni into Bianchi. Are Hellas Verona going to sting us again to get an equaliser? Still going down this left-hand side. Janateki plays it in, and Ganago has managed to score. Sacco missed his interception. He was buffeted by Machoy, and unfortunately it fell nicely for Ganago, and it is 2-2. And we have made those changes now, freshen the team up a little bit, and we're going to fire the boys up a little bit, and hopefully we can find a way to win. We've only had the 2 shots on target, though. Hellas Verona really could deserve to win this game. I'm hoping that we can hold on. But again, away from home, we're not looking particularly comfortable. Machoy into Bayeye, and he goes into the penalty area, and it's a good save from Brazil. But again, it's being recycled, and it's played in, and Rahman with a vital clearance. But again, it's getting picked up, and Janateki with the strike, and it's just wide. I thought that was flying in for a moment there. And in the end, we've gotten quite lucky. But again, a lack of possession. We're not looking good on the ball at the moment. It's a 2-2 draw, though. It is a good result. But again, dropping points away from home. But we do remain unbeaten. So confidence does remain quite high at the moment. But again, we're just lacking a little bit here. Reggiano only managed to draw, as did Barry. So we've not lost ground on the top 2. Spezia did win by 2-0, though. So they are now just a point behind us. But there is a gap to Salento and Hellas Verona at the moment. So with the game coming up against Spal, we know that we need a win. But if we can just remain unbeaten, it'll do, if truth be told. Hellas Verona probably should have won the game, and they might feel slightly aggrieved that they didn't with the amount of the ball that they had. Franchese will be out for 3 to 4 weeks. So that is a little unfortunate. But we move on to Spal, which is in 4 days' time, so bear with me. And hopefully the unbeaten run will continue. Okay, guys, here we are for the game against Spal. There's just one change to the starting lineup, which is, of course, the one that was mentioned in the previous match. Paulo Reyna will start ahead of the injured Fran Kaiser. There was links that Hoyser could start ahead of Coliseco, but for now, he is fully fit and ready to start once again. He is on the verge of suspension again, Coliseco. One thing that has been frustrating with him, he does get suspensions quite regularly. He just gets so many yellow cards, and it's unfortunate, and honestly, it's really annoying because he's such a key player for us in multiple situations, especially those set pieces, of course. So it is what it is, but at least we've got that strength in depth this season, and hopefully it will show once again today. Spal currently sat in mid-table. They've not had a completely fantastic start. Initially, when I was going to show you these 2 games, they were up and around the top 4 or 5 teams. So they have fallen off a little bit recently, but we'll see how we can get on. They've had 4 defeats in their last 5 and 1 draw, but we are away from home, and we know how varied our form is when it comes to being away from home. But we'll see how we get on. Schmidt here with the delivery toward that far post. Coliseco is there, and it's off the crossbar. It just clips the top of the bar, unfortunately. So off target, and it remains 0-0, but very, very good set piece there. And again, very positive start. 4 attempts at goal with the 1 shot on target so far. Possession a little bit more even at the moment. So nice to see that we're actually getting a little bit of the ball in this game, and hopefully we can turn that into a positive result going forward. Here's Kumbedi with the throw into Ross, and now Rahman just holds on to it, plays it forward. That's a lovely delivery, and Burdick is in, and he finds Mamadou Bar, and that is a very, very well worked goal. And the way that we moved that down this right hand side was fantastic. But Vali Rahman, what a pass! He spotted the run of Burdick very, very early, really. I mean, it was a brilliant run from Burdick, but a lovely weighted, curled in effort there from Valley Rahman to Burdick, and he laid it across on a plate for Mamadou Bar. And after his injury earlier in the campaign, he is finally back on the score sheet. So we take the lead here just after the half an hour mark. And at the moment, we're looking pretty dominant. The only problem is it's only 1-0. We need a second goal. And Spal with the throw in here, looking to build with Batabinsika. And now Taverna into Van den Belt. Finds a space. Good interception there from Verratti. And now Valley Rahman. He's got support ahead of him if he can find it. Charges down this right hand side. He's not under too much pressure. And he's managed to hit the bar. It's a good delivery. But Perisan in goal for Spal manages to make the claim. Mamadou Bar was lurking there, but the keeper claimed it very, very well as Ross wins that header. And now Higo plays it to this right hand side. And again, Rahman, the target player on these wings, swings it in again toward that far post. And Mamadou Bar this time does get there. And he got there ahead of the defender. It was a bit of a strange one, that one. He's not the tallest of strikers, Mamadou Bar. Um, but the ball in went over the centre back, but Bar was well positioned to get there ahead of the fullback, and he's managed to nod it in for 2-0 just before half time here, and it's a decent header. I'm not too sure why the defender didn't get there, if truth be told, but I'm not complaining. It's 2-0, and it's a brace for Mamadou Bar, and assists there for Burdick and Valley Rahman. Hopefully, we can continue in the second half. It'd be nice to get 3 points away from home here. As Paulo Reyna with the throw at the start of the second half. Coliseco cutting inside. Can he get the strike away? He does. And my word, does he? He's fired it in to that top corner. It's a lovely finish from Coliseco. He wasn't really put under too much pressure on the edge of the penalty area. Higo knocked it back to Reyna. Sacco just making that turn, and it was a lovely finish. He fired it in to that top corner. And it's 3-0 here, and we are heading for 3 points away from home, which is lovely, lovely, lovely. And Reggiana are winning by 2 goals to 1 at the moment. I didn't see what score Barry's game was. That is another important game, of course. Van den Belt playing it out wide, and it's fallen for Rubino. And now Amaichi with the finish for Spal. All of a sudden, we just switch off a little bit defensively. Barry have just taken the lead away at Venezia, I've just seen. So the pressure is on those two sides now. Reggiana comfortably ahead now at 3-1, same as ourselves. Spezia only level with Bologna at the moment. Oh no, Spezia have just scored 2 goals in the space of a minute, so they will keep the pressure on as well. To turn it into Cambaraj, he's going to knock it back to the goalkeeper. We are going to make some changes, I think, because we're really struggling fitness-wise now. We'll get Tobias Jensen on that left-hand side. Capecci can come on the right. We'll probably get a Kanzi on in the midfield as well as Heuser. Completely refresh that midfield section. And to be honest, I mean, Burdick's struggling. So is Paulo Reyna. We haven't really got too many options at left back. But we'll bring Uberti on anyway. We'll bring him in behind Mamadou Bar. And we'll see how he gets on in that role, because we've not seen him play there as of yet. And Perisan knocking it forward, Kumbedi keeping his eye on it and playing it forward to Coliseco. And now Higo. Oh, it's a poor pass that time from Higo. He's not done that too often, to be fair, giving the ball away, but he needs to just maintain himself a little bit just to get through these next few minutes until we can make these substitutions and get the energy back on in the midfield. And Lela coming forward for Spal. If we concede again here, it's going to be all to play for. And it's played into Paravicini, and now Van den Belt, and Sacco managed to block, but it's fallen after a deflection off Ross for Amaechi. And I'm pretty sure that that goal's going to count. He wasn't offside. And the goal is going to count. And all of a sudden, after being completely in control of this game, we're letting Spal back into it. And we're going to demand more from the team, because we're very gradually throwing this away as Ross looks over the top, and it's easy for Perisan to get to. Mamadou Ba was nowhere near getting to that, and Spal at the moment looked the more likely. We were looking very comfortable when we got that third goal, but all of a sudden, it's all Spal and Verratti, luckily, managing to intercept on that one. Looking for Capetti, and Salah gets there first, and now Rubino into Van den Belt. And again, they're finding all this space. And Paravicini coming down this, he's hit the byline, he's played it in, and Brazil makes the claim. Well, we're desperately trying to throw this away. If we can hold on for these 3 points, it'd be a good confidence boost, I think, considering how this second half's gone. Tobias Jensen just letting the opposition win the header, and Amieci's in, and he scored a hat-trick. And all of a sudden, we've completely fallen apart from 3-0 up, and Amieci scored a hat-trick, and we've just completely folded here. We'll offer some encouragement just to try and get us through added time, but again, we failed to win away from home, and from 3-0 up, we've managed to only draw. Amieci with a hat-trick. I mean, he's a very good finisher, don't get me wrong, and he's a very exciting player, but there is no way we should be losing from a 3-0 start. I mean, yeah, we changed the whole midfield. We had to, but we'd already conceded 2 goals before we did that anyway. This away form's really starting to get at me, if truth be told. And we'll let the lads know that we're not happy because, yeah, we got 3-0 up and it was fantastic, but you can't let a 3-goal lead slip. You just can't do that. And yes, I know I don't want us to get promoted and we will have to drop points in order to not get promoted. It goes without saying. But in games like that, we need to be holding our own and manage and just finishing the game off. We need to get through these final stages. But that one, we've had some good draws, don't get me wrong, but that was extremely disappointing, that one. I mean, we're still looking good. I mean, you know, we're 6 points clear of 7th place at the moment. I don't think there's going to be any danger of us slipping out of the top half of the league by any means. But we need to get some wins under our belt, and hopefully returning to our home ground will bring some well-needed victories, but we'll see how things go. So 3 draws in a row, all the way from home. 1-1, 2-1, and then 3-0. Who knows? Home game might be 4-0. Who knows? We've actually got Hellas Verona in the Italian Cup second round, which is a huge game. We'll probably... I mean, we've just shown Hellas Verona, so I won't show them again. We'll probably come back for Südtirol away from home and then Bari at home in the league in December. We've only got a few games in January. So after that, we'll get through all of January and we'll come back for Vicenza. And I know we've just seen us play Spal, but we'll come back probably for Vicenza and Spal at the start of February after the January transfer window from there. So plenty to play for. Some tough games in there. Spezia, of course, right up there at the moment. Perugia and Parma currently 8th and 9th place. So they're teams that are challenging. Spezia are actually above us now, of course. So we've got some tough games ahead for sure. And hopefully we can get some good results. We've got a number of home games in there. Hopefully we can, even though we've had a few draws, we're still unbeaten. Certainly positive signs, but 1 or 2 negatives starting to creep in. So until next time, guys, thank you very much for your support. Please like, subscribe to the channel. It is all greatly appreciated. I will see you all next time. This is Big Will, signing away.